Henry VIII failed to be a good leader in multiple aspects. One of the ways, as highlighted within the article, is his lack of integrity. As a public official, he is expected to make decisions and act solely within public interest without consideration of his private interest. He demonstrated a clear abuse of power in making threats to the church for not supporting his choice of divorcing Catherine to marry Anne, and limiting the powers if the church. He wasn't being mindful of the potential ramifications that could have on the public, thus not in their best interest. Furthermore, in imprisoning Thomas, it exhibited his lack of fairness that resulted from Thomas's lack of support. However, to imprison Thomas for not swearing to the act of succession and oath of supremacy again exhibits his personal matters intervening with those for the greater good of the public. He ultimately fails at being a leader and serving the public interest. Henry VIII served himself to include his own wants and desires in marriage, none of which was for the public interest or public good. In contrast to Henry VIII, Thomas demonstrates being a good civil servant in a couple of different ways, beginning with serving the public interest. Being aware of Henry VIII's reasoning behind his actions being a personal matter, Thomas not only didn't support it personally, but also exhibited so by not swearing to neither the oath nor act. Furthermore, in his defiance towards this, Thomas exhibits legitimacy in exercising his administrative power without fear or favor. More held a multitude of roles through his time, all of which included advising and making decisions for the greater good of the public, in contrast to Henry's interest. His election to serve these multiple roles also exhibited his efficiency and effectiveness in his roles that granted him the opportunity to grow within the government. Good and poor civil leadership can be seen in today's events within the education system and the justice system. Within the justice system, integrity is exhibited both good and poorly. The evident racism exhibited in court cases, rulings, and racial profilings show a lack of integrity and fairness. Authorities in the roles that affect or determine the outcome of these situations, police and judges as examples, unfortunately allow their own personal bias to get in the way of them making sound decisions beneficial to the community. Simultaneously, there are many officials as civil servants in leadership roles who do exude good qualities and high levels of integrity and fairness, which in turn has been evidently beneficial to society. This can be seen in advocacy, integration, and police encounters that hold more respect and communication.